Snowflakes don't have dreams. All they have is complaints. They don't have dreams. When the guys came back from World War II, they had dreams. I'm going to build a house, we're going to rebuild the country, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But basically, they have complaints. I was in Australia with Sally and her mother a few years ago, and we were at that, I asked Sally yesterday when she was here, that rock that's out in the middle of the nowhere. Yeah, high rock. And we were sitting with two couples. One couple that were in their middle 40s, and one couple that had a son and a daughter with them, and one couple that were in their late 20s. And the whole dinner was, they were talking about their statutory sick leave and how many days they could take and how many days they could cheat, you know, and they don't really check. The whole motherfucking dinner. Now the two teenage kids that were there, now just fucking imagine, they're listening to their parents talk about statutory leave and statutory sick day and all this bullshit, and this other younger couple that is agreeing with them. What chance do those kids have? What motherfucking chance? And you ask, oh, I'm not fucked up because of my parents. Oh no. What fucking, I was besides myself. My leg was bloody from Sally kicking me. Finally, I just had to say something. What are you, stupid? You stupid cunts? What kind of chance do these two teenagers have with you talking about nothing more fucking important than your fucking sick leave? You should be ashamed. They should have rolled down the inside of your leg. It should have been a miscarriage. And you wonder why you're so fucked up. And you can hear that shit from the second fucking trimester. It's amazing you know how to wipe your own fucking ass. The only reason you know how to wipe your ass is because parents got embarrassed because the shit rolled down your leg. Otherwise, they would have never taught you how to wipe your goddamn ass. Most of the teachings you got as kids is because you were an embarrassment to them, not for when you're 25 or 45 years old. And as I proved, at least one of you is a fucking mistake in here. Ask your mother, YouTube. Go back and ask your parents, was I on purpose, Mom? Was I on purpose, Dad? And look at the look in their fucking face. They won't even have to answer in words. You fucking sorry vaginas. And you know this down deep inside, you know it. So how can you turn out anything other than a weenie? Now we're going to talk a little bit about IQ. Let's just, for this example, say that we all got 100 IQ. For some of you, I'm taken away. For some of you, I'm given. Okay? Can anybody have 10 or 15 or 20 times our IQ at 100? No. Well, then why do people every day achieve 10 or 20 or 50,000 times more than we? If they can't have an IQ 10 or 20 or 30 times more than ours. Because they dream bigger than we. They dream bigger. I don't like President Obama, but I do take my hat off for one thing. Big, bodacious goals. I'm going to be the first black president as he's sucking that weed in California when he's 19 years old. That I take my hat off to him. Why don't you dream bigger? Again, wealth, risk, reward. We don't dream bigger because we've seen our parents fail. We've seen our grandparents fail. We hear about failures. In today's news, failures are better news than successes. Snowflakes don't have dreams. All they have is complaints. They don't have dreams. When the guys came back from World War II, they had dreams. I'm going to build a house, we're going to rebuild the country, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But basically, they have complaints. That you're all fucked up and you're snowflakes is because nobody beats anybody. You can't even yell at anybody. You can't even say, you a lard ass. Now you're going to say that he's weight disadvantaged. You dwarf midget. No, now you got to see their height disadvantaged. And I can go on and on and on and on. Now, in my humble opinion, there's nothing humble about me, kids. And I call you kids because I'm either old enough to be your grandfather or your father, everybody in this room. Just like the Greek dynasty went down the toilet, the Roman dynasty went down the toilet, and the various other dynasties went down the toilet, this human race is going down the toilet. Now, it may not be for 500 years, 700 years, maybe in Liverpool 40 years, you never know, but it's going down the toilet. And we're making all the same fucking mistakes as all those other dynasties did thousands of years ago. Did we learn nothing from history? Apparently not.
And it's easier to be a cunt. It's easier not to make a scene. It's easier not to speak up. It's easier to keep your head down. We all know that. And some of you are shaking your head, yes. Whether you're shaking your head, I don't need any validation. I know after doing this almost 27 years, you're cunts. I was telling the docu-fuck guys here that about some of my regrets, one of which I would never coach again. Never, under any fucking circumstances. Even if I got $1 billion ahead. It's worse than raising kids. And I wouldn't do that again. Because I don't get any satisfaction out of trying to get cunts across the goal line. Sally contends I have a sore back because just look at the Goomba brothers here. Can you imagine? Oh, my back. Trying to get them across the goal line, big 2 tubs of shit. I mean, now the little teeny skinny shits is not so difficult, but it's hard. And I said I wouldn't coach again because I thought wrongfully that everybody had self-esteem like I did. I didn't know it was such a rare motherfucking commodity. Such a rare commodity. And it's a bitch.
I was thinking about the various mentees that I come and speak for. And I'm not, I'm Brian Rose, Dan Locke, Jason Capital, Michael, and a few others. It's because they all do apply QLA in a different way. But I was thinking about it, all of them meditate, except me. I'm not sure that's good or bad. But I can say with my hand on my heart, I've never meditated about a second in my life. I think it's a waste of time. I don't know where the extra sauce or the secret sauce, I don't understand that. I'd rather read a spreadsheet. I'm not sure. But when I sat back and thought about it, every goddamn one of my mentees just about meditates. Now, some would say they meditate because you have to meditate if you're going to be trained by Dan. Now, I'm not so sure that's a compliment. So, but I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, they all meditate. They all meditate. And so, I'm not saying don't meditate, I'm just telling you I have never. I make my speech about don't tell me good morning. If you've watched the videos at all, you know why I don't like good morning. It gives me bad vibes. What's good about it, Pena? You sorriest fucking Mexican cunt in this man's army? You like my wife, Pena? You can't answer that question right. You don't like, well, you don't like, why don't you like my wife, Pena? You fucking Mexican wetback. Now just imagine if you went through that in your life. Fucking bald, albino, fucking gook. That's the life I come from, you sorry cunts, and that's why I'm not a snowflake. And then we got a fucking Belgian fucking moron who stands in front of the camera. Fucking Belgium, they're stupid in Belgium. And then we got a guy late. What did I tell you? You got no privileges. Did I make it plain last night? Yes, I did, didn't I? And it will happen every day. It will happen every meal. It will happen every break. Why? Because you're fucking meathead retards. There's a reason why I live in a castle for 35 years and haven't had to work, and you're fucking poor. You gotta go borrow money from your mother, your sister, and on your credit card to get here. There's a reason. Because your parents were retards. So don't tell me good morning, please.